Gi-Hun has survived the unthinkable. The blood-soaked games, the endless betrayals, and the crushing weight of survivors' guilt. But in Squid Game Season 3, his time may finally be up. Today, we're breaking down why the man who won it all might have to pay the ultimate price. From a narrative standpoint, Gi-Hun's death could be the single most powerful moment in Squid Game's history, and it could tie together every loose end the series has left dangling. But to understand why, we need to go back to the very beginning. In Season 1, Gi-Hun's survival was almost an accident. Let's face it, he wasn't the strongest, the fastest, or the smartest. He relied on luck, kindness, and the moral hesitation of others to make it to the end. And while that made him relatable and human, it also meant he's been living on borrowed time. In a world where compassion is a weakness, Gi-Hun has been a walking target since the moment he stepped back into the real world. Winning the Squid Game didn't bring Gi-Hun happiness, it brought him despair. He's haunted by the faces of those who died, especially Sang-woo, Sa-Byeok, and Ali. This isn't just emotional baggage. It's a death sentence. In storytelling, characters who carry such unbearable guilt often reach a breaking point, and Gi-Hun's entire arc could be leading toward a final act of sacrifice. Then there's the front man, a former winner who now runs the games. This connection is critical. The front man represents what Gi-Hun could become if he lets the game consume him. If Season 3 is about Gi-Hun infiltrating and dismantling the operation, it's entirely possible that the front man sees him as a threat that must be eliminated. Or perhaps even someone to replace him. Either way, this mentor versus rebel dynamic could end with Gi-Hun's life hanging in the balance. The Squid Game isn't just a contest, it's a system, a cycle of greed, desperation, and death. And cycles don't break easily. Thematically, Gi-Hun's death could serve as the spark that finally exposes the games to the public or inspires a larger rebellion. Imagine it, Gi-Hun sacrificing himself so that others may live, flipping the entire narrative from selfish survival to selfless defiance. Let's be real, we've grown attached to Gi-Hun. Killing him off wouldn't just shock us. It would hurt. And that's exactly why it could be brilliant. Squid Game thrives on emotional gut punches, remember Il-nam's twist? Sang-woo's final choice. If Gi-Hun dies, especially in a heroic and meaningful way, it could cement Season 3 as the boldest chapter yet. How could it happen? There are a few brutal possibilities: taking a bullet for a new player, echoing Sa-Byeok's protective spirit, facing the VIPs directly, dying while broadcasting the truth to the outside world, a duel with the front man, where Gi-Hun chooses death over becoming part of the system, the final game twist, being forced to choose between his own life or ending the games forever. Each of these would not only end Gi-Hun's story but give it meaning far beyond winning money. From a writing perspective, Gi-Hun's death checks every box: emotional impact, narrative closure, and thematic resonance. It would also pave the way for new characters to take the spotlight in future seasons, while leaving fans with a haunting legacy to remember. In the end, Gi-Hun's survival in Season 1 was never about the money. It was about what he'd do with his second chance. And maybe, just maybe, that second chance was always meant to be used for someone else's survival. Whether Season 3 kills him or not. One thing is certain, Gi-Hun's story won't end quietly, fade out with the sound of the Squid Game theme and a slow zoom into the red soldier mask.